The first step, add 5 drops of alpha naphtol solution 5% to 2 ml for each, sucrose 2%, glucose 2%, maltose 2%, and starch 5% in 4 different test tubes. Mix by gently shaking. The second step, slowly place 1 ml concentrated sulfuric acid into each of these test tubes. Reminder, do not shake them. And the last step, observe the color changes and record the result of your experiment.
Method 2. Barefoot test. 5 ml barefoot solution was placed into 4 different test tubes. 2 ml of sucrose 2%, glucose 2%, maltose 2%, and starch 5% was added into each test tube separately. All 4 test tubes was soaked in the boiling water for 30 seconds. A red participate was formed at the bottom of glucose. This indicates that glucose is monosaccharide.
Test 3. Benedict test. Reducing sugar. The first step, place 1 ml of sucrose 2%, glucose 2%, maltose 2%, and starch 5% into each test tube separately. The second step, add 2 ml Benedict solution into each test tube. Mix by gently shaking. The third step, then heat briefly in boiling water for 2 minutes. And the last step, cooling them down before you observe any changes and record the result.
Place 5 drops of sucrose 2%, glucose 2%, maltose 2%, and starch 5% onto 10 pitches. Add 1 to 2 drops of iodine potassium iodide solution and observe.
Acrolein test. For the first step, label each of the test tube using the sticky notes. And then, place 5 drops of coconut oil, palm oil, and vegetable oil into 3 different test tubes. After that, add 1 gram of sodium bisulfite, and then heat slowly using Bunsen burner. For the coconut oil, it will smell like a coconut oil itself. For vegetable oil, it will smell like a fish oil, and lastly, for the palm oil, it will smell like tar or nicotine.
Lastly is coloring test for lipid. The apparatus and equipment needed are vegetable oil, coconut oil, palm oil, Sudan for coloring test tube and also test tube rack. 3 drops of coconut oil, palm oil, and vegetable oil are placed into 3 different test tubes. Next, 5 ml of distilled water is measured and added into each test tube. The solution is mixed by gently shaking. A few drops of Sudan is added into each test tube and the solution are carefully mixed by hard shaking. The test tubes are left for 1 minute and observe. Sudan 4 is a chemical that is soluble and will stain lipid. This test shown that Sudan 4 solution is soluble in palm oil, coconut oil, and vegetable oil. However, for palm oil, there is agglutination occurs above the solution.